Group of three thieves putting on white dresses that constitute two brothers and friends named Nkabela Sedi Merle and Nkabela Atongcha Ben Atu, and their friend Ondwa Asen, who misappropriated some businessmen and women. The modus operandi is that they fabricated false document of a ghost association called Brave Empowerment Foundation operating in Garwa, with the aim of promoting youth empowerment, assist orphans and IDPs. They targeted certain economic operators and asked them to furnish them the equipment, the office equipment, household, computer equipment, and food stuff with a global cost of 273,603,600 francs CFA. After receiving the equipment into this ghost association, the three individuals disappeared. Consequently, some of the victims made a complaint at the Judicial Police Department in Yaoundé, where an investigation was carried out, leading to their arrest thanks to the collaboration of the population. They were arrested in the Lebudi, Damas, Mimboman neighborhoods in Yaoundé, in possession of some of the equipment listed above, and 3 vehicles they hire for the purpose. At this moment, 5 of their victims have laid down their complaint. We wish to seize this opportunity to salute the collaboration between the police and the general public, even as we reassure the public to continue to count on the police for their security. We should be vigilant when we come across people for business purposes. In case of any doubt, let us report to the nearest police unit or dial the free toll number, the 2 free toll number 117 or 1500, and the police will do the rest.
Law enforcement officers in Bafoussam West region of the country have seized a large quantity of cannabis on the Bafoussam-Fumbot axis in the Noon division. Hidden in food crops, the bags of harvested products served as a hiding place for this substance. The vigilance of the police enabled them to intercept the stock, but the suspect behind this was nowhere to be found. Professor Mesanga Nyamding, in reaction to his definite suspension from the CPDM political party, has reiterated his firm support for President Paul Biya, stating that those behind his suspension cannot remove that from him. According to him, he had been dealing with political criminals and was tired of that. He was dismissed after he was summoned by the party's disciplinary body days back to note that President Paul Biya signed yesterday the dismissal letter of the CPDM Central Committee member and vocal academic politician. The population of the Adamawa region can henceforth denounce all forms of corruption from via mobile phones while traveling. The National Anti-Corruption Commission, CONAC, has launched a national campaign to vulgarize its WhatsApp number 658262682 and email www.conac.cm. This was yesterday at the Amphitheater 750 at the University of Ngaoundéré, carried out by the governor of the Adamawa region, Kildadi Tiakiege Buka, their communication strategy to fight against corruption in the country. The Bafoussam City Mayor has held an evaluation meeting after 2 years into term. The meeting, which took place yesterday, was in a bid to appreciate work done so far during his mandate. The center of discussion focused equally on the need for the population to delocalize from risky zones. Mirel Kennedy tells us more.
2 years into office as mayor of the town of Bafoussam in the West region, Tafam Rocher, mayor of the locality, did an evaluation of achievements so far.
Nous avons pu négocier, obtenu un financement de 1,339 millions.
We have been able to negotiate and obtain funds estimated at 1,339 million to start the reconstruction of the market. We want to build 1,000 stores, and this is only the first phase. Coupled to these, 50 stores will be constructed at the Casablanca market. While appreciating the works done, it was an opportunity to scorn at those who act as an obstacle to investments in the region. People forget that they can be sued against such actions. If these domains are meant for public use, then the prices will be divided by 2. That's 5,000 instead of 10,000 francs. Another call for concerns are the 400 families living in risky zones. The mayor assured everyone of measures taken to avoid another Gouaché incident.
Nous pouvons recenser plus de 400 ménages actuellement dans la ville de Bafoussam qui sont situés sur des zones à risque. Ces maisons ont été marquées. Nous avons informé ces populations.
We have informed those families on the need to relocate while we gather funds to help them. This is to avoid another landslide like the one with the Gouaché incident.
Viennent nous faire vivre ce que nous avons vécu avec Gouaché.
However, the indicators are positive and the town is bent on maintaining its glaring beauty.
Public Health Minister Dr. Manauda Malachi has received in audience the Ambassador of Japan to Cameroon, His Excellency Takaoka Nozumu. This was on April 20 at the center of discussions, the various health projects implemented on the national territory within the framework of the cooperation that binds the two countries. A total of 6 projects completed in the startup phase were presented to the Ministry of Public Health, amongst which the supply of medical equipment, the rehabilitation of sanitary training that has been retarded due to the crisis in the southwest region, as well as the construction of drinking water points, among others. In health, at least 50,000 men are estimated to develop testicular cancer yearly, with approximately 10,000 deaths. DK Wadi tells us more about this.
Starting from the germ cell, testicular cancer is a disease that is being born when cancerous cells develop in the tissue of a testicle, bearing 2 types, including seminoma and non-seminoma. Testicular cancer is most common in men aged 20 to 35 years old, with the seminoma type arising from young germ cells growing slowly, staying relatively immobile, while the non-seminoma cancer type evolves from a more mature germ cell, growing rapidly and tend to be more severe. Though the disease is said to show no sign or symptom, it is important to watch out for
a lump within their testicle. For many men, they may notice a change in how their testicle feels, and for some men, they will notice that they have a dragging pain or sensation within their testicle that is unusual. The important message is that if you notice something about your testicle which isn't right, please see your GP and get checked out.
worthy of note is the fact that testicular cancer is curable.
Testicular cancer is really curable, and the earlier it's picked up, the better your outcome is likely to be. But even if your cancer is spread outside of the testicle, treatments are really effective.
Chemotherapy, stem cell transplantation, radiation therapy, physical exercise, healthy lifestyle choices are some methods to help manage and prevent the disease, as well as help reduce global prevalence.
And out of the country, in Senegal, 6 midwives are currently being prosecuted following the death of a pregnant woman in a public hospital. Reports say the victim, Astou Sokna, in her 30s, waited in vain for a cesarean section for hours at the medical center without receiving any medical attention, leading to her death. 4 of the accused are said to have been imprisoned on Tuesday, and 2 were provisionally released in response to the incident. The director of the hospital has been dismissed from his functions by the Senegalese Health Minister, Abdoulaye Diouf Sall, acknowledging that the death of Astou Sokna could have been avoided with more vigilance. The circumstances of her death have sparked a flood of protests on social media against the deficiencies of the public health system in Senegal. And in France, President Emmanuel Macron has taken on his far-right challenger Marine Le Pen in their only head-to-head confrontation before the electorate. The 2 candidates confronted each other yesterday, Wednesday, on the cost of living, Russia, climate change, and immigration. The few times Africa was mentioned was through the prism of military collaboration, and the commitment kept for the African continent in their debate remains that of the African Union. And Macron's immediate focus for Africa is to eradicate the long-term consequences of colonization, to expand the Francophone Union, to address humanitarian and economic crisis due to COVID-19 pandemic, and apply a roadmap of Africa-Europe 2022 summit. Marine Le Pen, on her part, plans to consolidate strategic partnership with Chad, where she had visited in 2017, Niger, Senegal, Togo, Gabon, or Morocco, Libya, and Egypt. According to her, in each of these countries, a global scheme, diplomatic, military armament of strategic partnership will be reviewed to give them the consistency they deserve. French broadcasters have suggested that 59% of viewers were more convinced with Emmanuel or by Emmanuel Macron. And that was it for today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Junior Pelama. Thanks for watching, faithful viewers. You have details of these stories and many more on our 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fon Quinta. Stay glued for more programs on The African Eye. Bye.